Hollow Knight was a spectacular game released in 2017 that I absolutely speeded through amidst nearly every single thing in the game. I uploaded a video about it and it did pretty well. Since then, I haven't 100%ed the game, but I have in fact done a lot more and have a lot more understanding of the game. But we aren't talking about Hollow Knight today. Today we're talking about Silksong, pretty much Hollow Knight 2. Remember Hornet? Yeah, we're pretty much just playing as her this time. But actually we aren't playing as her yet as the game isn't out. And this is why I think the game is too late to release. Now before you all go to my comment section and absolutely roast me like previous videos, I don't entirely think the game is too late. I don't think too late can exist for a game. The Hollow Knight community, including me, will wait for however long it takes to play this game, no matter when it releases. I fully believe Silksong will be an amazing game and they should take all the time they need to finish a game and make it polished. However, it is now 2024 and Silksong was announced all the way back in 2019. The roadmap for Hollow Knight was simple. It was revealed on Kickstarter in November 2014 and they asked for a total of $35,000 to make the game as lit as possible. And they were surprised as they were given $57,000 from people interested in the game. This allowed Team Cherry to hire a technical director and music composer. Anyways, this set the game ahead miles and Hollow Knight finally released, followed by 4 free DLCs, Hidden Dreams, The Grim Troop or something, Lifeblood, and Godmaster. All very well received, and as promised, an extra additional player further into development. And that plan was absolutely scrapped as they announced a whole damn new game, Silksong, a hyped up game where you play as Hornet, a character in the first game. I'm gonna try and explain the story as best I can without sounding like an idiot, so I'm sorry if I make some mistakes. So, like I said, you play as Hornet. She's been kidnapped or something as seen in the trailer, and taken to a kingdom called Farloom. Excuse me if my pronunciation is wrong. This place is haunted by Silk and Song, or whatever the fuck that means. Hornet is at the bottom of this new kingdom and is reaching, in quotes, a shining citadel or something to find the truth behind her kidnapping. So that's the story. Sounds pretty good and I'm hell excited. Some other things to note is that this game was originally going to be a DLC for Hollow Knight starring Hornet as the playable character, but Team Cherry realized the scope of this project and made it a whole sequel instead. There's over 150 new enemies apparently, and supposedly you can craft weapons, tools, and traps from materials gathered off fallen enemies. The game's music will be composed by the same music guy as Hollow Knight, so if you like the soundtrack in the first game, you will probably like the soundtrack to this game as well. Anyways, game seems pretty top notch, right? So where is it? To the day this was written, it has been 1,846 days since Silksong's announcement. That is 5.08 years, 60.69 months, and 0.51 decades. It has been ages. When it was initially released, Team Cherry was quite active on their development path when the game was first announced, posting tweets and keeping people in the loop and all that, but since then, that has definitely stopped. On Twitter, or X, but I'm just gonna call it Twitter, since 2019, they have tweeted 3 things about the development of the game. I may be wrong. And they're all pretty much just like what platforms the game will be on. So communication is very little. What does this mean? It means people stop caring, and that is not good for Silksong. Even in the comments of the trailer, people are making fun of how long it has been since the game's announcement. A lot of belief was put into the game for its release when Xbox announced on the 12th of June 2022 that the game would be released in the next 12 months. I honestly believe that Team Cherry were initially going to release the game at this time, but since there is so much into Silksong already, they probably have no idea when to stop. And since Team Cherry is literally a team of 3, they probably don't think it's enough to be bigger and better than its predecessor, Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight sold over 3 million copies and won 4 awards and was nominated for 8 other awards. Team Cherry takes all of this on board and is probably trying to make a bigger, better, and much more developed game. And that's probably why it's taking so long. They don't know when to stop. Also, they said they work on cherry time, which means they just work on the game whenever they want, which probably means like never. People are forgetting about Silksong, and if they don't at least give some communication soon, I'm afraid the game won't do as well as they want it to. The game will still do great, of course. It's literally Hollow Knight 2, but I have a feeling it won't be as good as what they want it to be. Hollow Knight was a once-in-lifetime type game, and I'm not sure if they'll be able to replicate it, but I'm also certain that they will for some reason. Team Cherry definitely know what they're doing. They literally made Hollow Knight. Anyways, in conclusion, I think Team Cherry needs to at least give a development update and maybe keep the updates consistent. Oh, also, I wasn't really looking at their personal Twitters when I made this video, so I did miss some development updates, but there still has been like hardly anything. I am losing interest in Silksong, but I know for a fact that the fire will be lit again once a new update or even a confirmed release date is announced. Sorry for the short video. It was kind of just like a throwaway video I finished so I could work on my 2 next big projects. I've got some great videos coming out. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Join my Discord if you want, the link's in the description, and I love you all. Team Cherry, it's cherry time. Adios.